So let's go over to our classroom. Here it is. Today's assignment, Wave Phenomena 1 Reflections. General note, take the time to watch the videos carefully. All right. I know. Look, let's go over here. Let's find this business. Come on over here. Here it is from today. Here it is. Okay is right.
Welcome back.
All right, pause this up. 56 minutes. I see that. I know. 56 minutes with a YouTube. Listen, physics is not easy. It was never intended to be easy. I'm giving you information here that's going to make you better as a student. It's going to make you better as a thinker. Hopefully, it's going to make you better as a physics student, too, if you need that. What's the reality? You know what the reality is? I'm going to try to cut down the lengths of these lessons. Truly, I don't go into this intending to make it 56 minutes. But I can't help myself. I hear it all the time. This is important. You can do it. I will never give up on you. And in my head, that means I can't skimp. I can't cut you short of what you deserve. You deserve to know all this. So you know what? We'll make a little deal here, and I hope you agree. Watch the video. Set aside an hour, sit down, watch the video. Focus on it. Take some notes for yourself. How you do the notes is up to you. You don't have to print it and write everything in unless that makes you feel good and better about it. Watch it. Absorb it. Spend an hour on it. And then, let's go over here. See what the assignments are. Okay, split you into 3 groups. Choose your group appropriately. Now, you see that group 1. You want to go to AP or college physics next year. You want to go definitely into a pure science or into engineering. You know what? Here's your opportunity. Push yourself. You're going to compete with people who are pushing themselves in this field. So I'm providing you opportunity for it. You watch at Unit 8 Waves Geometric Optics. And then you go to W87, which we'll look at in a minute, and you do your best. The people who say, you know what, listen, I'm doing this course because I wanted to challenge myself. It would look good for college, etc., etc. I heard it would be fun. Don't kick yourself now. You still made a good choice, even if you're not having the most fun right now. You still made a good choice because it's a good course for your life. Now, do the group 2. Listen, watch that second YouTube, Exploring Reflections. It's all of, 7-8 minutes. It's not a long video. You walk around your house and you look for reflections of different sorts. And you know what's cool? In 10 years, you'll still remember a diffuse and irregular reflection. You'll still walk into a room and you'll see reflections everywhere that the untrained eye doesn't even notice, even though they are ubiquitous. My own kids, I had to do that. And you know what? They were like, wow, I didn't realize how many. They actually had a little fun with it. Whatever, they are my kids. What do you expect? Group 3, you don't know what to do. Well, listen, I know those of you in Group 3, don't beat yourself up either. I made you a Group 3 section in that W87, and I also want you to walk around with the images. There, I cut the questions way down. There's not a lot of questions there. And let's talk about those questions for a minute. So before, this was W87 reflection G13, so groups 1 and 3. Now it says short. So if you go over here, what you're going to find, here's group 1. All right, listen, I'm pushing you a little bit on these. Group 1. These are not long questions, a couple echolocation. Then I come here, group 1. Look what it says here for these ray diagrams. Do as many of these as you would like. It should be fun. If you get to them and you're like, ugh, this is foul, just stop. It's okay. These are advancement. You know, maybe you're a group 3 for now and you'll jump to group 1 later. Or maybe you want to do just those first 15 and then you want to come down here and try these out later on. Just do your best on these. Don't get down on yourself. Some of you will actually go into physics-related fields even though you're taking a beating right now. Imagine that. You can and you will. And you're good. In fact, you're much better than you know. And the reality is, with anything new that you try, it hurts. You can't go gently into it. It doesn't work that way. You want to learn how to ride a bike, you got to get on and ride. And you're going to fall sometimes. It's the same thing here. You got to jump in, and you'll fall, and you'll falter, and your grades will be lower than you want, and you'll feel like it's terrible. Listen, There's only so many hours you can put towards something and get something good out of it. Put in what you think is a reasonable amount of time in this and then close the book. It's okay. I'm giving you permission. My own principal gave me permission to give you permission. So you're doubly permitted. That said, be honest about the work. Don't skip over, say, yeah, it's 2 a.m. now. Oh, I should watch that video from Mr. Bird. Oh, he's always bothering me with this. That's not honest work. You got to be true to yourself. By the way, group 3, these are just big. They take up a lot of space. You'll see. Listen, maybe you want to be a physics teacher if you find this stuff fun. These ray diagrams, I think they're fun. Mr. Gruber and Ross, they think they're fun. And if you're like that, you may want to go into this stuff. This may identify a possible career path for you. I know some of you are like, ugh. Okay, here's group 3. Look, there's a few questions on here. Draw the reflected ray. What happens at these? What's an echo? Here's 2 echolocation at the bottom. And then you got 2 sketches. Done. That's it. It's not a ton of work. This should not take you a ton of time. Did I give you some assignments earlier, a week ago, whatever, that are beating you up, taking a lot of time? Slow down. A week ago, the situation was different. We still had the regents coming. And even from this past weekend, you know what? You took the weekend off. Good. Maybe it was rushed, coming in Monday evening, trying to get everything together. Okay, do it better for the next one. It's fine. If you find you're spending hours, plural, on the homework, stop. Stop. Do your best. Cut yourself where you think it's reasonable. Okay, I've done enough. That's it. Cut your time. And then you look at the solutions. And you know what? Be obsessed with completion honestly. Don't be obsessed with perfection of score. There are a few of you who know I want to be hardcore science, math, engineering. You want to be obsessed with perfection of score? Good. You talk to me. I got all you want. I'll throw it at you. No problem. Otherwise, you don't need to be obsessed with perfection of score. Many of you will even go into engineering later on and you're not obsessed with it now. It's fine. If you identify as a group 2, I just want to feel for what's going on. Do it. It's all good. Because if you actually enjoy what you're doing, if you appreciate what you're doing, you'll develop an intuition for it. You'll remember things. And then, later on, you'll be amazed. You go to a job, and it doesn't matter how many courses you took in college on it or how many advanced degrees on it. For the vast majority of jobs that any of us go into, you learn most of it on the job anyway. The skills that are hard to learn on the job are work ethic, sweat, drive. And that's what we're working on right here. Don't give up on yourself. Don't beat yourself up. If it's too much and you're being honest about your work, you just cut it there and you say, listen, Mr. Burbett, I spent an hour on this. I tried. I focused. The phone was off. The TV was off. I'm going to say, good for you. You're complete for today. And that's it. Quarter 4, the grades are going to come in, but it's not going to be like it was before. Trust me, don't lose your mind. We are changing. I just talked with Mr. Gruber and Mr. Ross today. We said, what are we going to cut out because we can't finish the curriculum? That said, some of you go-getters, don't you worry. I'm going to provide you everything you need. Truly. Mr. Gruber's the AP teacher. I already talked to him. Where are the holes that he could easily fill so we could leave it out now, and what should we do? And we all agreed, waves, you got to learn the details. You got to know the waves. Even for those of you not going into physics, it's good to have a feel for waves, because waves, all of your information from the world comes from waves, light and sound. Almost every bit of information you have, yet they're poorly understood by most people in the world. So this is a big deal. You should know it. Listen, you live in Eastchester. This is top-notch around here. You got teachers, students, parents, everybody who care, who work hard. And so you should ask for nothing less than top-notch. And no matter how you think of yourself in this class, you're good. You're good. You may say, oh, I'm not the best in the... Listen, you're among the best in the country. You can count on that. And among the best in the country, you're among the best in the world. And so don't be afraid of a little hard work, and don't be afraid to stumble. Don't be afraid of where we're going with this. You're doing okay. Let's go over here. Where is that classroom? Oh, here, there we go back in our classroom. Close that up. All right. So, yeah, there's that exploring reflections in your home, 7 minutes. Here was the reflections Google form. We open that thing up. Here it is. Look. Don't get crazy with these. How many reflections did you find in your home? What is a diffuse reflection? List the objects you found. These are not things that are going to break the bank over here. Looking at the mirror, what happened? Listen, just try it. If you get it wrong, you get it wrong. Remember, we're grading you on completion. Perfection is completion right now. And only you can determine honest completion. So no matter what you're doing with your time, and no matter how bored you are, and no matter how upset you are with sitting at home, and maybe you're missing your senior year, trust me, we're all crying for you. We are. I spent a half hour on the phone with Mom last night. We were just talking about it. We said, gosh, they're knocking out your school year. But you're still here listening to this video, which means you still got fight left in you. You still got potential left in you. You still got learning to do. So, this should feel challenging. This should feel interesting at times and just sweat at other times. This should feel like you're accomplishing something, like you're improving as a human being as a result of it. If it is not, if it feels like you're smashing your head into a wall, you need to say something to me. You need to say, Mr. Burbid, here's my struggle. Don't just send me a message, say, oh, this is terrible. Okay, that's fine, but that doesn't help me. Help me help you. Because the truth is, even though we're home today, 5:07 p.m., Tuesday, April 14th, this should still be a fantastic experience. You should still be able to look back and say, you know what? A lot was lousy about that time, but I still got something out of it. I still grew as a person. I still benefited from the time I put toward my schoolwork each day. That's about that. You know me, I could talk all day on these things, but I think you get the point. And if you don't, send me a message. And if you don't get a reply from me right away, send a message again the next day. Please don't be afraid. Don't be shy in this regard. I'll tell you, you've seen the papers on my desk. I love teaching you. I love preparing good lessons. I love challenging you and pushing you to new heights. I really do. I want to take something you are not comfortable doing and make you comfortable doing it, even if you don't like it. But you also know, with all that focus, my organization sometimes falls a little bit. So if I miss an email because there's 100 around it and I got 4 kids and need to homeschool myself, send another one. Don't be shy. You deserve the attention you need, and we all deserve a good end of the course. If it's June 14th and we're still sitting here talking 2 months from now, let's at least say the last 2 months meant something good. I miss all you, truly. Nothing would make me happier than to right now put on a collared shirt, go into the school, even this very evening, sit down, teach a lesson, talk about life, order some Domino's, whatever. Truly. But this is still good. What we've got going is still good.